This next rule is kind of interesting. Usually when you're performing these operations, you'll notice that the base is the same, but the exponent is different. But there are situations where you can have a different base, and if the exponent's the same, you can combine them in a certain way. The power of product rule tells us that if a is raised to the power of x and b is raised to the power of x, then that's the same thing as a times b, all raised to the power of x. And we can see why that's the case here. If you have 4 to the third times 3 to the third, then the power of product rule tells us that should be equal to 4 times 3 and that entire thing raised to the third. Let's take a look here to get a deeper understanding of this. If we expanded both of these out, we would have 4 multiplied by itself 3 times 3 multiplied by itself 3 times. Now, we know from the associative property of multiplication that we learned earlier that we can order these terms any way we want to. So we could write 4 times 3 within parentheses times 4 times 3 again within parentheses times 4 times 3 again in parentheses. So if you simplify this, it's easy to see how you could write 4 times 3 all raised to the power of 3. And if you work this problem a couple different ways, you'll discover that you get the same answer, 1,728. Now there are a couple other problems here, so feel free to pause the video, work them in different ways, and see if you get the same answer. Okay, hopefully that went okay for you. Let's talk about the power of fraction rule next.